Hello, hello, hello. I am the Linux Mensch. In my last video, I took a thumb drive, this one right here, and I took an external SSD drive, this one right here, and I installed Arch Linux with the awesome window manager and my favorite apps on this external SSD drive. And I showed how to do it, and I showed that it worked, and I showed that I was able to plug that into my computer and boot onto it and use it like a regular operating system. And I showed that I was still able to reboot back into my bare metal computer, back into the internal SSD drive that was in that computer, and that it didn't ruin that operating system. And this is fantastic. And as a matter of fact, I'm using this. You know what I'm doing? I'm able to go to work and plug this into my Windows 10 computer, boot onto it, and use it as a regular Arch Linux operating system without damaging or ruining my Windows 10 computer at work. How about that, eh? And not only that, I can bring this home, and I have two choices, two ways of using this. Number one, I can plug this into any of my computers at home and boot onto it and use it like a regular operating system, like I showed in my last video. Or if I just need to copy some files to here into my regular computer or vice versa, I can just plug it in to a computer and copy files back and forth. I don't have to boot onto it and use it as an operating system. I'm going to show you a video that I made on the weekend. So I'm doing this today, but I already made a video on the weekend where I installed Linux Mint as an operating system on this drive, just like I did in my last video with Arch Linux. Now, that part of the video I already recorded on the weekend, and I recorded that part of the video the same way that I recorded my last video, where I plugged in my thumb drive and this drive into another bare metal computer to do the install, and I recorded the install with a capture card. And like I explained in my last video, I don't know how to use my camera and the capture card at the same time. So when I'm using a capture card, my camera doesn't work and my face is not in the video. So in most of this video, like in my last video, my face is not going to be there because I'm going to be using a capture card. So let's get to it. Right now, I'm in a computer, a real bare metal computer that's running Arch Linux with the GNOME desktop environment, and I'm recording what's on the screen with a capture card to my production computer. And I plugged in two external drives into the USB 3 ports. I have one, I plugged in a thumb drive that has the Linux Mint ISO on it. And secondly, I plugged in a 1 terabyte SSD external drive where I'm going to install Linux Mint on it. Okay, so I have two things plugged in into USB 3 ports. So now I'm going to reboot the computer, and let's go to restart. And I'm going to click on restart, and I'm going to hit my F12 button to get into the BIOS. And your computer might be escape or F2 or something like that. And here we are, we're in the BIOS. So now I have two devices plugged into the computer, but this one is going to be the Linux Mint Live ISO. So I'm going to click enter, and we're going to boot on to the Linux Mint ISO. And I'm going to hit enter. So now we've booted on to the Linux Mint Live ISO, and I'm not going to play with it or give you a tour of it. So I'm going to click on Install Linux Mint. Let's click it on, and let's bring up the installer. We have the installer up here, and it's automatically set on English, so I'm going to click on Continue. And it's English USA, that's good enough for me. I'm going to continue. Install multimedia codec, click it on, and continue. So what's this I'm getting? The installer has detected that the following disks have mounted partitions. SDB. You want the installer to try to unmount the partitions of these disks before continuing? If you leave them mounted, you will not be able to create, delete, or resize partitions on these disks, but you may be able to install two existing partitions there. I'm just going to say yes. So I've never installed Linux Mint as an operating system on an external drive. This is the first time. Now I've done single installations of Linux Mint on the computer, of course, many times. And I've also done dual boot with Linux Mint, and I think it was Linux Mint and Windows. Can't remember. But I've never installed Linux Mint on an external drive. So let's erase disk and install Linux Mint. Or you have something else. You can create or resize partitions yourself or choose multiple partitions for Linux Mint. So somebody was asking me about this because this person has a Windows 10 computer and he wants to install Linux Mint on an external drive that's encrypted so he can carry it around with him and take it with him and use it wherever he has access to another computer. And he wants it encrypted in case it gets stolen or lost. And he wants to install Linux Mint, but he doesn't want it to affect, hurt, or damage his Windows 10 installation on his computer. And that's why he wants to install it on an external drive. So he went into something else. I'm going to click it on, and then I'm going to go continue. And you can see different drives here. And I've never used this something else. And believe me, it really is something else. Sorry about that. So I've never used this something else. And this something else is for, the purpose of this something else is to do manual partitioning, regardless of whether you're doing a single install of Linux Mint or a dual boot of Linux Mint, or you want to install Linux Mint on an external drive. This something else is for you to manually partition your installation. And you should only use this if you know what you're doing. Anyways, I'm not going to use this. I've never used this before and I'm not going to use it. I'm going to go back. I'm going to click on back. So we're at here. Erase disk and install Linux Mint. Warning, this will delete all your programs, documents, photos, music, and any other files. So I'm not going to go into something else. Do not use something else unless you really know what you're doing as far as partitioning drives and disks. So I'm going to stay here, erase disk and install Linux Mint. Now I'm going to click on advanced. So now by default, advanced features, none is selected. But I'm going to click on advanced features because this person wants to have his external installation of Linux Mint encrypted. Like I said, in case it gets stolen or lost. And really, if you're going to have an operating system on a thumb drive or on an external drive, you really should have it encrypted. So we're going to encrypt it. But wait a minute, this link is dead. It's a dead link. Well, in order to encrypt it, first we have to click on this one. Use LVM with the new Linux Mint installation. So I'm going to click that on. Now it enables this to be live. Encrypt the new Linux Mint installation for security. I'm going to click this on. There we go. Now I'm going to click OK. Now I'm going to continue. So it's asking me for a password. Now I'm just going to put a simple password in because this is just for my video. So if you lose this password or forget the password, you will never be able to log on to your Linux Mint that's on your external drive. And well, that would be the same thing for the internal drive as well. If you install it internally, same thing. If you lose your encryption password, you can never get back in. Now the drive won't be ruined because you can reformat the drive and put files on it, or reformat the drive and put another operating system on it. So I'm just going to pick a simple encryption key because this is just for the video. It's telling me it's a short password. Yeah, I know. And let's confirm the password, and it gives me a green check mark. It's going to let me go. Enable recovery key. I'm going to skip that. I'm not going to use it. And I'm going to click on install now. Now, this is the very careful part. So if I click on the install icon right now, it's going to erase my internal hard drive that's in this computer. It's going to erase my Arch Linux install with the GNOME desktop environment, and it's going to install Linux Mint over it. So this part you have to be very careful. And I know that because it says SDA 1 terabyte. So that's my internal hard drive. Yes, it's an SSD drive, but it's my internal hard drive that has Arch Linux with the GNOME desktop environment. So now I'm going to click on this menu, and it's showing me SDB. And now, like I said, I have two external drives plugged into my USB ports, USB 3 ports. I have a 16 gigabyte thumb drive with the live ISO of Linux Mint plugged in, which we are booted onto right now. And I have a terabyte external SSD drive plugged in where we're going to install Linux Mint. This J Micron generic is the name of my external SSD drive that I plugged in. I know this for a fact, but this part you got to be very careful because if I leave it on here, it's going to erase what's in my system. So I'm going to put this down to here and I'm going to click on next. Install now. Oh, write the changes. Okay, so it's asking me if I want to write the changes. I'm going to say continue. Oh, now it's asking me if I'm in Toronto. Let's continue. Now it's asking for my name is Mensch and your computer name. It automatically put a name in there. I'm going to delete that and I'm going to call this external SSD. Let's call it that. And my username is Mensch. I'm going to put a password in for Mensch and I'm going to put repeat my password for Mensch and require my password to log in. I'm going to leave that on. Encrypt my home folder. I'm going to leave that turned off because the whole drive is going to be encrypted. So if someone steals or if you lose your drive and someone plugs it in and tries to boot onto it, they won't be able to get into it. They're going to need an encryption password. I'm going to continue. And now we are installing Linux Mint on my external SSD drive, and it's not going to affect my internal SSD drive that has Arch Linux on it. So now I'm going to pause the video because it's going to take, I don't know, 5, 10, 15 minutes. It's been a long time since I've installed Linux Mint. I'm going to pause the video and come back. So don't go away. I'll be back. Okay, finished. And I'm telling you, that took a really long time. Now, I didn't time it, but I think it took, I don't know, 20 minutes, maybe a half hour. It was really long. Anyways, you have the option of to continue playing with the live system, the live ISO, or to restart. So I'm going to restart. Restart now. Please remove the installation medium, then press enter. So I'm going to take out the live ISO and I'm going to press enter. And my system is rebooting. Now I'm going to have to press F12 and I think I did it too late. Oh, no, I didn't, because I don't want to go into my internal hard drive, right? I want to go into the USB storage. So this is going to take me into my external SSD drive where we just installed Linux Mint, because I still have Arch Linux installed on my internal hard drive, or my internal SSD, right? We can use our arrow scoping down, and I'm just going to go to the USB where we installed Linux Mint, and hopefully it's going to oh, how about that? Selected boot failed. This happened already before. Very interesting. So I just had to click on my power button. I don't know why I had to do that, but I did. Oh, now I'm going to press F12. Oh, it just shut the computer right off. Okay, so now my computer's off. Now I'm going to press the power button to turn it back on. And I'm going to start hitting my F12 to get into the BIOS because I don't want to boot up into my internal drive, which has Arch Linux on it, right? I want to get into the BIOS to get into the external drive. And hopefully, there we go. So now we're in the BIOS and I can use my arrows to go up and down, and I'm going to go into the USB storage device. And hopefully we're going to boot into our Linux Mint system. How about that? Selected boot device failed. Press any key to reboot. So I'm going to power off. I'm going to try this again. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to unplug my drive. Let's boot up, turn it on. Let's do my F12. For some reason, this install didn't work. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? Here. So instead of going into USB storage, I'm going to go into UEFI JM Micron Generic. So instead of going into USB storage, I'm going to go here. This is my external SSD drive where I installed Linux Mint. I'm going to hit enter and let's see if we boot up into it. And there we are. We have booted on to the external SSD drive that has Linux Mint on it, and it's encrypted. So it's asking me to put my encryption password in. So I'm going to put in my encryption password, and I just put a simple password in, right? And now it's going to take me, it's going to decrypt the drive, and it's going to take me to the Linux Mint display manager or the login manager. So now we're at the display manager or the login manager. I'm going to put in my user password. Oh, let's get rid of this. And let's close this. So now we are in our brand new installation of Linux Mint running off an external SSD drive. And I've left untouched my Arch Linux installation with the GNOME desktop environment installed on internal drive of this computer. Bare metal computer, that is. So this ISO from Linux Mint was from January. And right now we're almost at the end of May. So if you use this ISO, you should do an update. And I presume the update is going to take about 20 minutes to half an hour. So I'm not going to go through an update. I just wanted to show that this was working. Now I'm going to reboot and see if I can get back into internal drive. So I'm going to click on, now you can click on this to log out, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to click on this red button and you can shut down, restart, suspend, cancel. I'm going to restart. So I'm restarting my computer, but this time I'm not going to press F12 to get into the BIOS. So if it's working properly, it should automatically boot back into my internal drive, which is running Arch Linux with the GNOME desktop environment. And it didn't. How about that? It's going back into this. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I wasn't expecting that. I am going to put my encryption password in, which is just a simple fake encryption password. Wasn't expecting that. I suppose if I unplugged it, it would automatically go back into my internal drive. It should. You know what I'm going to do? Let's escape out of there. Let's just click on this. I'm going to quit. I'm going to restart. Instead of pulling out my drive, I'm going to hit F12. I wasn't expecting it to do that. So let's hit F12. I imagine if I pulled it out, it would go automatically into my internal drive, but I don't want to pull it out. Here we are. And this is where we were. So now I'm going to go into this one because this is my drive. And now we're going to boot back into my internal drive, which is running Arch Linux with the GNOME desktop. And it's also encrypted. Oh, that is not good. How about that? Oh boy. Guess I have to pull out my drive. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shut down, pull out my external drive, and turn the computer back on and see if I can boot into my Arch Linux system. So let's shut down. And now my computer is off. I'm going to unplug my external drive, and I'm going to turn the computer back on. And hopefully nothing got ruined, and hopefully I can get back into my Arch Linux system. And I can't. Wow. Who would have thought? It didn't work. Well, it kind of worked. So I was able to install Linux Mint on here, boot into it, and have full access to Linux Mint and a full operating system in here. But something went wrong and I couldn't boot back into my Arch Linux install with GNOME that was on the bare metal computer. Now, I didn't mind because I was planning on doing a fresh install in that computer anyways, but it didn't work. And well, it kind of worked, right? But something happened. It ruined my boot partition. It did something and it shouldn't have. I thought I did it right. I don't know what happened. Now, this didn't happen in my last video with my Arch Linux install on the SSD. I was able to boot onto my external SSD, and I was able to boot back into my bare metal computer running Arch Linux with the GNOME desktop environment. And you would know that if you watched my last video and if you watched it to the very end. So I don't know what happened here. And I couldn't be bothered trying to fix it because I was planning on doing a fresh install on that computer anyways. But there is something to learn from this, and that is this. So I didn't think of doing this. And really what you should do, if you're going to install an operating system on an external drive, you should open up your computer and unplug your internal drive. And didn't think of doing that. So it's a lesson well learned. But anyways, I'm surprised. I would have thought it'd be the other way around. I would have thought that installing Arch Linux on an external drive would have somehow been harder or would have messed up my internal drive. And I would have thought Linux Mint would have been easier because Linux Mint is the easy, user-friendly distribution. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like it and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I am the Linux Mensch.